get going, seeing what we got in here. Should probably turn down the music a little bit. Normally don't play music while I'm talking, so I don't know. Actually realized I shouldn't do it the way I just did it, so to where it is, I'm gonna actually turn it down in Spotify on my mixer. Okay. Here we are. Lorwyn Eclipsed Collector Booster Box. Looking for the fractured foil cards, looking for the serialized card, probably going to see none of them. Somebody else that I've heard open these said they opened 4 and got 1 fractured foil out of the whole thing. It's like, oh, those are horrible odds. So, you know what? They're just all gonna come out of the box. I don't know how long this is going to take, to be honest. Here we are. It's 3D hands. I didn't bother even turning on the V2 model today because, like, why bother? We're gonna be these kind of packs that are a bitch to open. I'm gonna go grab scissors, come on. Oh my god. We're gonna be here forever because I can't open them. There we go. Okay, pack number 1. I have barely actually looked at all the Lorwyn cards, so I'm kind of trying to read them too and see if I'm gonna want to use them in anything immediately. I mean, good enough for Glove Excavator, Wary Farmer. End step, if another creature entered the battlefield under your control, surveil, I mean, okay. Art Prankster. Goblins. Did assistance with 3 cards. Discard a card. Ender Strike. Away. Spell costs 2 less to cast I can't talk today. The spell costs 2 less to cast if a creature is attacking you. The owner of target spell or creature puts it on their choice of the top or bottom of their library. So it's a counter spell ish. Effective response. Grave Shifter. Ooh, a changeling. Could use this in my Wick deck. It likes changelings because Wick throws snails, and this is a snail. This creature enters, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Actually, I'm gonna set this one aside. I might just put this in Wick. I have a pile over here that is possible use. I have Glam Gifter, Fairy Wizard. So the good cards are after the land. So we got our basic land here, our forest. We have our first rare, which is a Mirror Mind Crown. Actually, this is a really good card. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, it may instead create that many tokens that are copies of the equipped creature. Safe Parade. Got a nice little showcase card. This enchantment enters, create X11 colorless shapeshifter creature tokens with changeling. Creature tokens you control add 1 mana of any color. It's actually a pretty cool card too. Soul Immolation. Got a mythic here. Additional cost to cast this spell, Blight X. X can't be greater than the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Soul Immolation deals X damage to each opponent, each creature they control. Good card too. I got an Airdo. This has a backside to it as well. Ilslu? I don't know how to say that name. Meek attack. This I like this art on this card. I hate red, so I probably won't use this too much, even though I do have a red deck. The only reason I have a red deck is because it's Karlach. God, can't remember her name. And then we have our token. We had a Kithkin and a treasure token. Okay, not bad. First cards. Not any fractured foils. I think those are fractured foils. This pack. It'll take me like 2 hours after a stream too, just to catalog all these on my Mox field so I know which cards I have and can keep track of them in case I want to build another deck with any of it. Come out of the pack, please. Put all my trash or Finn won't run off with it. Okay. Shapeshifter. Can't use it in Wick though because it's blue-green, but 3/4 Shapeshifter with Reach isn't bad. Even Evolving Wilds, always love to have more of those. The land pile. Burning Curiosity. Go Sky Swimmer. Folk. Wild Lion Pummeler. Ringleaf Drum. Artifact. Tapped an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color. Oh, it just turns all of your creatures into mana if you want them. Put that in the I might use that pile. Minebred Brawler. Creature must block if able. Whenever this creature attacks another target elf you control, gets +2/+1 until the end of turn. Good for an elf deck. Don't plan on making an elf deck. Merfolk. Or more things for elves. Swamp. Another double-sided card. Ashling Rekindled. Ashling Rhymebound. Blue-black commander. Or blue... Oh my god, somebody please help me. Blue-red? I know colors. Well, we got one of the double lands. Blue-green. Oh, we got the card that everybody was freaking out about. Hexing Squelcher. This spell can't be countered. Ward, pay 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have ward, pay 2 life. The down card. I'm actually really happy I got one of those. That's cool. Ryan Mighty. Creatures you control, you draw X cards, and the chosen creature gets +X and gains trample until the end of turn, where X is the difference between the chosen creature's power. Oh, so if you have a really big creature, a really tiny creature, this might be good for Karlach? Maybe, I'd have to see. I think all of the creatures in Karlach are just big. They're big and mana generators. I'd have to... I'll look at that. That might work. Goblin Chieftain, haste other goblins you control, +1/+1, and have haste, so it's good for goblin deck. Still no really good card. We have another Kithkin token and an elf. Still trying to build a white mono white deck, and I have a Aerith card coming from boxed. I don't know if any of these cards that I find here are going to work in that. I don't know what I have to actually build her, but I'm curious if I could get like another mono white legendary creature out of this to maybe do that instead, but we'll see. We do have this white card. Kithkin Scout, exile this card from your graveyard, create a 1/1 green and white Kithlin creature token. Nothing special, too special there. Elder Auntie. Goblins. Ooh, appeal to Urdu. Invoke other creature, or 1 or 2 target creatures, each get +2/+1 until the end of turn. It's not bad, especially with Convoke. You can use your other creatures to pay for it, so you can give a cheap little boost if you need it, and it's instant speed. That's not bad. Aquatics defenses. Flash each creature you control, or enchant creature you control. When the aura enters, enchanted creature gains hexproof until the end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +1/+2. That's not bad for a douche. Dream Caesar. Rogue. Flying. When this creature enters, you may blight 1. If you do, each opponent discards a card. Rhymekin Recluse. Elemental Wizard. This creature enters, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. Flamekin. Channel Duelist. Or Merfolk. They're pushing Merfolk and Goblins with this. And Kithkin, but... First Strike's Gift. Enchantment. Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. And you pay 1 and a white. Blight 2. And... 1 drop to give a creature flying is cool. We got a Plains. Actually, I like that Plains a lot. And I like how they did the foil on it because the spotlight actually follows the path of the foil. That's really cool. Oh, this is, everybody was, I think this is one of the cards I saw people talking about that they thought was pretty good. And I think, I don't remember if they changed the rule or not for color identity. Before, since you can pay either Swamp or Plains for this, since it's got the split mana symbol, it was considered a black-white card. but I think they've changed the rule, or at least they were talking about changing the rule where this can be mono white or mono black. I have to look to see if they did that or not. Flying first strike lifelink. When it enters, up to one other target creature loses all abilities. Put a flying counter, a first strike counter, and a lifelink counter on that creature. Underneath my mic and I'm having trouble putting them there. Village Pillagers. Wing Nuisance. Rogue, this creature enters with -1/-1 counter on it. Pay 2 and a blue. Remove a counter from this creature whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker this turn. Draw a card. Ripper. Creature enters, target creature you control gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, and up to one target creature an opponent controls gets -0/-X until the end of turn, where X is the number of elves you control, plus the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Sweet, an overgrown tomb. I think, yeah, this is a shock land, right? I don't remember. If this is, I'm pretty sure this is one of the shock lands. Yeah, you may pay 2 life if you don't, it enters tapped, yeah. Swamp Forest. Very nice. And a zombie. And a snake token. I'm really happy about that overgrown tomb, actually. It's like a $13 card. Looking for that serialized card, which is like a $4,000 card. Actually, it might be more. I just saw 2 listings when I looked up earlier for 2 of the serialized ones that were $4,000. No idea what you could actually get for it, though. They are only 500 of them. Bog Slither's Embrace. As an additional cost to cast this spell, blight 1 or pay 3. Exile target creature. Okay. Don't mind that. But we don't make piles that are too big, because this is going to be a sorting nightmare anyways. Gamble Brack Land Warrior. Creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Pay 1 and a red, remove a counter from this creature. Target creature can't block this turn. Forgiving Aim. So on destroy target creature with flying, destroy target enchantment, or create a 2/2 black elf creature. Terry Vaulter. Creature becomes tapped. Another creature, or another target merfolk you control gains +2/+0. Flame Chain Mauler. Pay 1 in a red, this creature gets +1/+0 and gains menace until the end of turn. This is always nice. Oh, it's nice, a Flock Imposter. Another shapeshifter. This is a white shapeshifter though, but Changeling Flash, flying. When this creature enters, return up to 1 target creature you control to its, or Turn up to one other target creature you control to its owner's hand. Why do they... I mean, I know why they word it that way, but in case you're controlling somebody else's creature, it goes back to their hand. Changeling, we got another changeling. When this creature dies, exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. This can actually go in Wick too, because it's red, black, and blue. And it's a changeling, so it could be a snail. Wick could throw the snail, and then since it died when he throws it, you get to exile the top card and then play it. That's another, I might use that card. Creekwood Safe Right. This creature enters with 3 -1/-1 counters on it. At the beginning of your end step, if there is an elf card in your graveyard, and this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1/-1 counter from this creature. So I'm just realizing something. Especially this one where it says if there's an elf creature in your graveyard. Well, if there's a shapeshifter with changeling in my graveyard, there's an elf creature in my graveyard. Technically. So that would trigger this. And it's a 2-drop 5/5. Now, granted, it has the... So it comes in as a 2/2 because of the counters. But if there's already a shapeshifter that I have dead, because there's no other elves in that deck. It's a thought. I don't think I'd do it though. There's better uses for other cards that I have. Requiting Hex. As an additional cost to cast the spell, you may blight 1. Destroy target creature with a mana value of 2 or less. If this spell's additional cost was paid, you gain 2 life. Cool. Got a nice mountain. So there's a little guy down there. The Daydreamer. Cast an instance or sorcery spell from your hand, exile that card with a dream counter on it instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. Whenever this creature attacks, you may cast a spell from among cards you own in exile with dream counters on them without paying its mana cost. Oh. That's cool. Here's one of the commanders. Olu, Curse Wretch. Ward Blight 2. Oh, it's got Ward and your opponents have to blight themselves to target this thing. And whenever one or more -1/-1 counters are put on a creature, which would happen if they blighted, draw a card if you control that creature. If you don't control, its controller loses 1 life. I can't remember. I think this is the card that one of the precons is built off of. I remember. Daydreamer. Did we already see one of these? Second Goliath Daydreamer. Winnowing. Invoke. For each player, you choose a creature that player controls. Then each player sacrifices all creatures they control that don't share a creature type with the chosen creature they control. Interesting. Very specific, targeted. Oh, nice. Hornsong Aria. Not the Fractured Foil one. I'm pretty sure there's a Fractured Foil version of this. This is also a very mean card. Legendary enchantment. Players can't draw cards or gain life. At the beginning of each player's draw step, the player loses 3 life, searches their library for a card, puts it into their hand, and then shuffles. And then you pair this with the, I don't remember what the card's called, but there's a card that essentially says if if somebody is searching their library, you search it for them. So then you just lock everybody out of the game. They're just not allowed to play anymore. Got a sapperling and a scarecrow. Reluctant Young don't I don't even know how to say that. It's reluctant, whatever it is. This creature enters with a 2/-1/1 counters on it. When another creature you control enters while this creature has a -1/-1 counter on it, remove a -1 counter from that creature. Okay. Sentinel. This creature dies, draw a card. Gil Peddler. Creature becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. A little cycling card. Actually, I might look to put this. I have a bunch of creatures in Karlach that are mana generators like this because of how big Karlach and her background is. You need a lot of mana to cast it. This is just a 0/4 2-drop that lets you tap for 1 mana of any color. That's actually really good. Lizana Informant. Creature enters or dies, surveil 1. We got an early borderless and this a uncommon borderless. Or showcase. Eclipsed Elf. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an elf, swamp, or forest card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh. Well, that's funny. We got the showcase and the normal foil literally right next to each other in a pack. That's hilarious. Never seen that happen before. This is a good pack right now. It's got a lot of the showcase cards. Thoughtweef Lieutenant. Whenever this creature or another Kithkin you control enters, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample until the end of turn. Sower. Oh, I like that swamp too. The lands are really good in this. Got another Spry and Mighty. The other Spry and Mighty I had was the showcase, wasn't it? Thought I saw that earlier. Crazy. who knows what's going on anymore. Certainly not me. Elemental Spectacle. With Vivid, create a number of 5 red and green element creature tokens equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Then you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control. Cool. Twilight Diviner. This creature enters Surveil 2. Whenever one or more creatures you control enter, if they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token that's a copy of them. This ability triggers only once each turn. It's a cool mythic. And Alundra's Answer. Instant, this spell can't be countered. Counter all spells your opponents control and all abilities your opponents control. Create a 1/1 black and blue fairy creature token with flying for each spell or ability countered this way. Oh, so this is a big, there's a large stack of spells and probably other counter spells and responses and all that stuff, and this is just a nope card. You just, nope. Nobody does anything. Raiding Schemes. Each non-creature spell you cast has Conspire. I don't remember what Conspire does. I got an art card. Token in this one. Oh, again. Need a button that does the Let's Go Gambling voiceover. Because that's essentially what's happening right now. Okay. Gravegill Scoundrel. Eclipsed Ransacking. Is that a donkey? Pretty sure that's a donkey. Creature gets +2 or +3/+2 until the end of turn. Create a treasure token. Why is that so good? It costs 2. It's it's a common. +3/+2, and you get a treasure token? Why is that so good? That's crazy. I'm putting that over here. Glamourmite. Creature Fairy Rogue. Flash, Flying. When this creature enters, choose one. Tap target creature or untap target creature. Chaos Spewer. This creature enters, you may pay 2. If you don't, blight 2. That's actually really good too. So for you pay a black or a red +2 of any other. This 5/4 creature comes in, and all you have to do to not have to pay 2 more is to blight any of your other creatures. Or it, I guess, technically. Well, actually, I don't know. I'd have to look up how that rule works, because it says creatures you control, and I guess you don't control this until it resolves. And to resolve it, you would either have to pay the 2 extra or blight, so probably not this creature. That's really good too. Blossom Bind. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature can't become untapped, and it can't have counters put on it. This is a shutdown of somebody else's cards. Always good to have. Got a changeling. Stomping changeling. Oh, he's kind of cute and scary at the same time. When this creature enters, destroy up to one target artifact or enchantment. Spirit or unwelcome spirit. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, surveil 2. Blasting Tarfire. Beginning of each end step, if you put a counter on a creature this turn, this enchantment deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's cool. Guard Curse Crafter with Death Touch. Whenever another goblin you control dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Cool. Got our nice full art forest. Harmonized Crescendo. Invoked. Choose a creature type. Draw a card for each permanent you control of that type. Off-nabbed goat. Pay 1, draw a card, gain control of this creature, and put a -1/-1 counter on it. Only your opponents may activate this ability, and only as a sorcery. Whenever this creature dies, if it had 1 or more -1/-1 counters on it, its owner draws that many cards. Other player loses that much life. It is a scary looking goat. And card 2. Champion of the Kraken. It's an additional cost to cast this spell. Behold a Kithkin and exile it. Other Kithkin you control gain +1/+1. Whenever this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Alendra Guardian. Flash flying, this creature enters with a +1/-1 counter. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So then you can you have a free counter, well, not a free counter spell, but you have a guaranteed counter spell cast if you keep -1/-1 counters on this. So this is the creature you put down and you keep putting the blight counters on. Because then you can remove the counters, and each time you remove the counter, you target a non-creature. You counter a non-creature spell. You let them draw a card for it, but pretty cool. Celestial Reunion. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may choose a creature type and behold 2 creatures of that type. Search your library for a creature card with mana of X or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. If the spell's additional cost was paid, and the revealed card is the chosen type, put that card onto the battlefield instead of putting it into your hand. Okay. Cool little fetch card. Another art card with a merfolk on it. Haven't gotten any fractured foils. Or, of course, the serialized card. Don't expect to be honest, but it would be really cool. Okay. Peril into Solitude. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Light 1. Sacrifice this aura. Exile enchanted creature. That's a little stopping a problem card. Blade's Malice. Target creature you control gains death touch and lifelink until the end of turn. When this creature dies this turn, create a 2/2 black elf creature token. These deals 3 damage to any target. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Interesting art. Okay. My piles are becoming too big again and all the cards are sliding around each other. Wrath Mystic. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value of 4 or greater, this creature gets a +2/+0 and gains vigilance until the end of turn. Image Shieldbearer. A 4 and a white. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. Perfect Intimidation. Choose one or both. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand and remove all counters from target creature. Artifact. Dawn-Blessed Pennant. When this artifact enters, choose Elemental, Elf, Fairy, Giant, Goblin, Pithkin, Merfolk, or Tree Folk. Whenever a permanent you control of the chosen type enters, you gain 1 life. Pay 2 and tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Return target card of the chosen type from your graveyard to your hand. Good artifact for a Kindred deck. Whirlwind Emissary, Elf Assassin with Death Touch. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain a life. Eclipsed Boggart. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a goblin, swamp, or mountain card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a brain. Oh, that Plains is just cute. Oh, got another dual land. Temple Garden. One of the fancy art ones, but a useful card. Abundant Countryside. Ooh. Tap for a colorless. Tap to add mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. Or pay 6 and tap and create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Might be another contender for my Wick deck. As it can create shapeshifters, or small shapeshifters, but that can be used to create more rats. Lots and lots of rats. It's gonna be a contender for that. Collective Inferno. Invoke. As this enchantment enters, choose a creature type. Double all damage that sources you control of the chosen type would deal. That's disgusting. Honestly, I'm gonna look to putting that into Karlach because she's a giant once you power her up, and there's already a way with her that I could one-tap somebody from 40 life in Commander. Whether she was the commander or not. The commander damage will do it at 21, but there's already a way she could do 40 damage in 1 turn anyways. And then if you can just double it anyways. That's crazy. Okay. Also going over there. Ooh, we got another fancy land of Steam Vents. And another Gloom Ripper. I think this is the second Gloom Ripper I've seen. Got another art card. 5 packs left, so I figured it would be about an hour, or a little more than an hour for this, which is fine. really want a long stream today anyways. I just wanted to be able to record me opening these. I don't get collector booster packs very often, and actually, I mean, the only other box I'd ever bought was the Baldur's Gate one. This is only the second collector booster box I've ever opened. Like, I should probably make some video out of it, so it's fun. Next pack. Wild Unraveling. There's an additional cost to cast this spell. Light 2 or pay 1. Counter target spell. Okay, so people always talk about Magic's power creep. A typical counter spell is a blue in any color. This is 2 blue. And you have to do more. Seems like the opposite of power creep. Because it's not a may, it's a must. It doesn't, you have to do the additional cost. It's interesting. Now, granted, there are ways you can take advantage, as we've seen with other cards, of Blight. So, it's good in that sense, but it seems like a backwards power creep. Fact, equipment cards are always cool. Whenever this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Creature gets +1, or sorry, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and is all creature types. Has an equipped cost of 2. Put that one over there. We've got another equipment too. Barbed Bloodletter. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains Wither until the end of turn. Equipped creature gets +1/+2. Cool part about Wither is you can kill things that have indestructible on them because it doesn't deal damage. It deals damage in the form of plus or -1/-1 counters. And if you -1/-1 counter something enough to get it to have 0 toughness and it has indestructible, it still dies. And since it's -1/-1 counters, they don't, like, the damage doesn't fall off at the end step anymore because the counters stay on. Really good equipment too. Crossroads Watcher. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets a +1/+0. Blade Scout. Lifelink, when this creature enters, mill 2 cards. It's interesting to see a black creature with lifelink. I guess that's kind of the Lorwyn Eclipsed theme. Opposite stuff happening than normal. Additional cost to this spell will hold a goblin or pay 2. This creature can't block. This creature dies, destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. Swap. Kindred instant shapeshifter. Changeling. Exile target creature, its controller creates a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with change. Bane Outrider. This creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. As long as another creature enter the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature gets +2/+0. Boulder Dash. They made a funny. Boulder Dash deals 2 damage to any target and 1 damage to any other target. Okay. It's a mountain. Tristan's Command. Kindred Sorcery Elf. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of a target elf you control. Return 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target creature or enchantment. And creature's target player controls gets +3/+3 until the end of turn. Untap. Got another cool land. This one's a cycling land though. Nice. Green. Zig's Command. Kindred Sorcery. So I was putting that in the wrong pile. We got Tristan's Command and then we got Sig's Command. This one has to do with merfolk. The other one was elves. Create a token that's a copy of target merfolk in control. Creature target player controls gain lifelink until the end of turn. Target player draws a card and tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. East the Evermore. Okay, well we found something that could be used as a mono white commander. What do you do? Flash. When Reese enters, another target creature you control gains persist until the end of turn. And if you pay a white and tap, remove any number of counters from target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. I mean, there's the elf deck if I wanted to build it. Thought. Edible speaker. And an elf token with a plant. It's 4 packs. Stoic Grove Guide. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create a 2/2 black and green elf creature token. Activate only as a sorcery. Changeling Wayfinder. Over here too. Pulrath Zealot. When this creature enters, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Basic land cycling. 1 in a mountain. Discard this card, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand in the shuffle. Interesting. I like the art on that one. On hand, Eulogist. It has Menace. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards. Then if there is an elf card in your graveyard, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Blaring Cinder. When this creature enters, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Meander's Guide. Whenever this creature attacks, you may tap another untapped merfolk you control. When you do, return target creature card with mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. artifact. Gathering Stone. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. Spells of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. Whenever this artifact enters, and at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a card of the chosen type, you may reveal it, put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Oh, there's so many uses for this card. That's insane. Splitter Gang. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may blight 2. If you don't, you lose 3 life. Okay then. Gracious Tome Skimmer. Okay, just so that name just makes me think of somebody who reads way too much. Reading voraciously. Flying. When you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card. Cool little swamp. Sapling Nursery. Affinity for forest. Has landfall. Oh my god, this card's expensive. 6 and 2 forest. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 3/4 green treefolk creature token with reach. Okay, I can see why it's so expensive. And if you pay 1 in a forest, exile this enchantment. Treefolk and forests you control gain indestructible until the end of turn. So it lets you create very large treefolk with reach on a landfall. It costs less to cast for each forest you already control, so it could be very cheap. And then it lets you save your forests and your tree folks for somebody when they board wipe you. That's not a bad card, actually. Leventine's Shadow. Remove any number of counters from among permanents on the battlefield. You may draw cards and lose life equal to the number of counters removed this way. And that's anybody's creatures. Cool. Red-white commander. 2 untapped creatures you control, or tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only once each turn. Your commander. Am Mindful First Year. Each other creature you control has hexproof from each of its colors. Oh. Target creature you control becomes all colors until the end of turn. Oh. Cool, actually. Oh, we got another Reese Evermore. Is that the same version? Oh, so the first one I got was not foiled, and this one's foiled. Maybe I'll look into building Reese and see if there's any good ways to build that as a commander, because it gave me 2 of them so far. It's a sign, and then cool little art card. Started playing on Twitch, so I'm just waiting, just in case. So we only got 3 more to do. Almost wrapping this up. And then I get the lovely task of typing all of these into Moxfield. Should be over now. Open, you foul swine. Prideful Feastling. Black-white changeling with lifelink. River Guard's reflexes. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains first strike until the end of turn. Untap it. Midnight Tilling. Instant, mill 4 cards. Then you may return a permanent card from among them to your hand. Wanderwine Distractor. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-0 until the end of turn. End the Sprigs. Sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then if you control 7 or more lands and or tree folk, create a 3/4 tree folk creature token with reach. Holy rainbow, Batman. Mind Striker. Creature elemental. Flying with Vivid. When this creature enters, draw cards equal to the number of colors among permanents you control. Makes sense, he has all of them. Even though it's only a mono blue card, he has all of the colors. I like that card. It's really cool. Especially for an uncommon. Another Thoughtweave Lieutenant. Channel Duelist. At the beginning of your end step, untap target merfolk you control. Where's Aggressor? Double Strike and other giants you control have double strike. I'm gonna look at that for Karlach because giant. A little island. Well, okay, so we got a Bitter Bloom Bearer, but it's not serialized. But cool that we got one in general. Flash flying at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 blue and black fairy creature token with flying. It's cool to at least see that we got one. Wish it would have been one of 500, but still. Lamination. This creature enters, destroy target creature an opponent controls, you gain 3 life, and it has Encore for 6 and 2 black. Dream Harvest. Bloom Tender. For each creature, or for each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of any color. Champion of Shoal. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold a merfolk and exile it. Whenever this creature enters or becomes tapped, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it. If this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. We had an elk token with a Mutavault. What is a Mutavault? It's a token land? I wonder what card creates this. I don't know offhand. Tap to add a colorless, pay 1. This token becomes a 2/2 creature with all creature types until the end of turn. It's still a land. Yeah, I don't know what card creates this, because it's a token, so it has to be created. Interesting. Cool. Do left or right first? Do right first. Another drink. Talking too much. Mischievous Sneakling. Changeling with Flash. The Flames. Feed the Flames deals 5 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Blighted Blackthorn. Treefolk Warlock. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may blight 2. If you do, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Lurker. Fine. This creature enters, surveil 1. Aged Flamecaster. Each whenever you cast a spell with mana value of 4 or greater, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. Slinger. Pay 1 and a red, tap, blight 1. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. Of Gone Glow. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then if it isn't your main phase, you blight 2. Moonlight Limiter. Creature enters with a -1/-1 counter on it. Hey there. Yes, I saw. Lofty Dreams. And we got our mountain. We got our Ashleen's Command. Sinister Gnarlbark. Rimfire. I'm losing my voice already. Oh, we got this card that everybody was freaking out about. High Perfect Morcant with her foot in it. Everybody loves the foot. And then Marlon Fey Ascendant. Cool. And a double elemental token, actually. Okay, we got one more pack to go. Okay, last pack. A Vile Bogart. That's hard to say. Lights Archer. I'm gonna go through these because my voice hurts. Wanderbrine Preacher. Miss Meadow Council. Foraging Wickermaw. A Shimmer Creep. Menace. And Vivid. This is interesting. Whenever this enchantment enters, create 2 1/1 green white creature Kithkin creature tokens. Then you just get to create more tokens. Like it. Noggle Robber. This creature enters or dies, create a treasure token. Because let's see what the last few cards are, see if we got anything we wanted. Another Champion of Sheol. Wickersmith Tools. Endblaze Epiphany. Got a Blood Crypt, okay. At least, I mean, we're getting good lands. Soul Immolation, I think we got one of those already. Oh, so we did not get any Fractured Foil or the Serialized card, but I still think I got some good cards that I can use, so that was fun. Hopefully I'll get some more cards in somewhat near future. I wouldn't say exactly near future because they're expensive, but that was fun. Yeah. We'll be back again beginning of the week for some more Final Fantasy 16, I think. And then we'll see after that. Yeah. For now, that's it. And I will be going for today, so feel free to follow all the things and stop by for the next one. Take care, everybody.